It's the Ravens and the Hawks, and it's coming up next.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. We count down to kickoff in what should be an epic one here, as it'll be the AFC champion Baltimore Ravens taking on the NFC champions. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. And Charles, you look at the Ravens, champions of the AFC. Remember, they won Super Bowl 47 back in February of 2013. And they've been one of the best teams in the NFL the last decade or so. And now they look to cap off a tremendous season.
And to your point, we have to remember that Baltimore Ravens history starts in 1996 when the Browns moved from Cleveland. Since then, they won the Super Bowl twice, number 47, as you mentioned, and also Super Bowl 35 in Tampa over the New York Giants.
Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, they are back again in the big game. It's their fourth appearance, but all coming since the year 2000, Charles.
They've been in it 3 times total, right? Lost 2 prior, right? Lost once in Detroit to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Remember, Mike Holmgren was the head coach of that team. And then they lost that heartbreaker to the New England Patriots when Russell Wilson was picked off. But the win, oh, it was magnificent. That was back in the New York, New Jersey metropolitan area, Super Bowl 48. And remember, they just rolled over the Denver Broncos and Peyton Manning in that one. They'd like to have that kind of performance again in this one.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Locke to throw. This is the tight end fan. A Locke-finding fan for the Seahawk first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Walker now on 1st and 10. Shifts past him at the 45. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First down Seattle on a pickup of 13.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Back to Walker on 1st down. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It's the veteran Justin Houston who got in there to make the stop.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
Now on 2nd and 13. Locke. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing, but to give him this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the second half. They line them up in field goal position, and to me, they got a chance for a touchdown right here out of the gate.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Another run here with Dobbins. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
A big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line that hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12.
One of the best in the NFL, in no small part because of his running ability. But on that play, didn't match the defense at all. Nice stop for them, a feather in their cap for getting the sack and brought down one of the toughest guys to catch in the NFL.
Tucker's kick is good, and the Ravens strike first at 3-0. carries them. Well, it's not the touchdown that they wanted, CD, but still, they got to be pretty happy here. You steal the ball away from them on their opening possession, and you turn that into the early 3-0 lead.
Yeah, you painted the picture perfectly there. All the things that have gone on, and the important thing, other than the lead, of course, is as you described, both sides of the ball now have some momentum.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Walker to start the drive. Oh, he shifts past him. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
On 1st down, Locke. The catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right, then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
2nd and 4. This one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back in the 46. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Block now to throw. And that is incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven 1st down. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender and the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, it's sometimes a thing of beauty.
Right back to Dobbins on 1st. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. 1 quarter done, 3 more to play here in Super Bowl 57. 3-0 is our score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll go again with Dobbins. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Jordan Brooks on the tackle.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebacker scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39.
Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Jackson. And that's caught inside the 30.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, first and 10. They go back to the ground with Dobbins. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Jackson. And he's going to go down here. A sack. They push him back to the 34. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. They'll set up a throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Darrell Taylor, 2 plays in a row now that he has gotten in there for the sack, and it brings up 4th down.
A 63-yard attempt.
Crossbar, no good. A sensational effort from that distance, but rejected by the bar. Oh, that really would have been something to see, but he's denied by the framework.
Do you remember seeing David Akers in Green Bay a few years ago on opening day? He had a 63-yarder to end the half, hit the crossbar, and go over. So sometimes it works for you, and sometimes it works against you.
And this time, it's against. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
And I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They look to throw. It's Locke. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Locke. And this one is incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Lock to throw for it on fourth. It's complete to Lockett. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. So they'll trudge off the field with a bitter taste in their mouths after that failed fourth down conversion.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of analysis there on the sidelines. Was it the right call? Was it against the right defense? Should they have even gone for it at all? Will that change what they do going forward in this game? A lot of questions to be answered by them. The defense doesn't really care. They're like, bring it on again. We'll stop you the next time, too. Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary, all of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson. He's got the hook up to Miller. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. 2 minutes on the clock in the second quarter of this Super Bowl. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Maybe some indecision on what to do, and they're going to get a delay.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Fourth down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt.
Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. And this will be taken at the 13. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Clock now on 1st down. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Brandon Stevens.
And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and an even touchdown.
Well, this defense, they've been terrific all year, and they come through with a pick six here on the game's biggest stage.
Perfect descriptor there, because we have seen this time and time again. This defense, their ability to take the ball away from teams, they definitely have a nose for the football, and it pays off again on that play.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0.
Ravens 10, Seahawks 0.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Block trying again after the pick six. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Well, I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick six on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Get him right back in the saddle and say, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now a play fake, and here's Locke. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. On play action, Locke. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Picked up by Jalen Armour-Davis. And the Ravens are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. So a nice play defensively by the rookie, coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40.
A gain of 10 yards. And the Baltimore 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Going up top. And this is caught. And in for the Ravens touchdown.
Devin Duvernay,
39 yards.
and the Ravens continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl.
Tucker now to add the point after. He's got it, and it's 17-0.
Makes the score Ravens 17, Seahawks nothing. Justin
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 21-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. 41 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
First has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. To throw it is Locke. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. They fake the handoff. Now Locke. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
An attempt at a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Now a high kick, almost a pooch punt. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. Pretty woeful there, just 23 yards on the punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they'll have time for one play. It's 2 seconds on the clock. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up. So it's halftime here on sports' grandest stage in the Super Bowl. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Second half starts with a run by Dobbins.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, it's Jackson.
That's taken in by Duvernay.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack in the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From just shy of midfield, Jackson. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 40. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And they've just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks, and now here's a tackle behind the line.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now it's Jackson. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A really good pickup of 28 yards. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
A give up the middle to Dobbins.
And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. Got a man. It's caught for the Ravens touchdown.
Devin Duvernay.
His 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl.
And the Ravens are starting to open things up here in this Super Bowl.
Tucker with the extra point. And the lead is now 24. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. Oh, what a juke into space. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. And what we just saw, very, very rare. We only had 5 of those in the first 50 Super Bowls.
The biggest stage, the biggest game, and we just saw it happen again. Extraordinary.
The defense has been good, and they were good again there. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual. They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. Watch out for Hill on the return. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And the Ravens will take over.
At their own 36-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Just one more quarter remains in the season-long race for the Lombardi Trophy here at Super Bowl 57 from Glendale. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Historically
typically this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete, and he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Here's Jackson to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. To throw is Jackson. He's going to try and go deep again. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Devin Duvernay with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Ravens are starting to pour it on at the game's biggest stage. They are running away with this Super Bowl. Tucker with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Seahawks, nothing. Tucker to kick off Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Those Super Bowl hopes that they had really dwindling now here in the 4th quarter. That NFC crown that they got 2 weeks ago seems like a distant memory as they have been outplayed tonight. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
On 2nd down, it's Walker. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
On 3rd down, here's Walker. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line.
A gain of 12 yards. Brings up 4th
Now
down.
Locke, got to have this one. It's caught, Lockett. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter in the distance. Stuck.
No escape for Lockett. He'll go down. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Locke And incomplete on the deep ball.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He hits his target, Lockett. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Throwing now is Locke. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there at 22. On 1st down, Locke. Incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Again, they'll throw with Locke. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Calais Campbell, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. A lot of ground to cover here for Locke and the Seahawks. 3rd and long after that sack. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. To the right side and complete to Metcalf. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. He'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Myers' kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg. And they're at least trying to finish out strong.
They're going to think better of bringing this one out, and the drive will start at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they are trying to play it cool down on the sidelines, but they know that they are very close now to wrapping this thing up and letting the celebration begin. A Super Bowl title within reach now as they try to polish this thing off. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over. And it's all over. Just one is left standing. And that one is the Baltimore Ravens, your Super Bowl champions. And their remarkable season ends in the most remarkable of ways. They get to put next to their name, Super Bowl champion.
And they can't ever take that away, can they?
Nope.
That lasts forever. So good to see the emotion when it's all said and done. You see the hugs, you see the guys sharing, the collective happiness. Makes me want to carry you around a little bit on my shoulders to celebrate the triumph. And congratulations to them, a fantastic